Hi, everyone. I'm Kathy Hazel Adams. Thank you for joining me today. I've been wanting to make this particular video now for a couple of months. I just haven't had time, but because as you saw from the thumb in the description, we're going to be talking about channeling our inner little drummer boy. In this video, I thought this was a particularly appropriate time to go ahead and record this. We're going to be talking today about your true service. So many people want to know, how can I help? I want to help. I want to contribute something wonderful to the world. I want to help the world ascend and be a better place. And what's my path? And so we'll be talking today about your soul's true purpose, your service. What does that mean? What doesn't it mean? And how does that figure in with your path? And where does your joy come into that? Before I go on, just a reminder, if you find this video helpful, please remember to click like and subscribe. It helps the YouTube algorithm know that this is a good channel to watch, and it will recommend this video and this channel to more people. Also, please do stay till the end. I have a couple of new announcements that I'll share with you at the end of this video. So I'll start with reminding us all, we are each, all of us, a perspective, an expression of divine source consciousness. We are each God consciousness, source consciousness, expressing and experiencing its potentials through our individual unique perspectives. It's creating, it's exploring, it's playing, it's knowing and realizing its own potentials through us. And so what we are here to do, you and I, as source consciousness through our unique perspective and unique set of potentials, is become more and more aware of our true authentic potentials. I've always called this the golden flow of your authentic potentials. When we're in flow with our authentic potentials and soul's being, our soul's essence, our purpose, things flow smoothly. They feel good. They feel right. It feels like yes. When we are fighting against our own golden flow, our flow of authentic potentials, we hit struggle. We hit, that doesn't feel right. That doesn't feel good to us. And we learn where we're out of alignment with our own true flow of authentic potentials. So to fulfill what we're really here to do, which is to blossom and fulfill potentials, what we need to be doing is paying attention to what feels good, what feels joyful to us. So what feels joyful? It's whatever, again, feels like, yes, I want to do this, versus I should do this, I have to do this, I really ought to want to do this. No, I want to do this. Even if whatever it is challenging or not even technically pleasant, it's something you want to do. And when we're in alignment with our true authentic being, what we're doing is going to be enjoyable. It's going to be satisfying. It's going to be absorbing. Whatever you're doing is going to be interesting and satisfying and rewarding to you to be doing. Seth said that whenever you're engaged in an activity, absorbed by it, no matter how small or silly it might seem, you are in the flow of your authentic being. You are expressing through the flow of your soul's truth. Bashar says, at all times, to the best of your ability, do whatever is your passion, your excitement. And that doesn't mean your passion of like a whole life's career, that it has to be this big earth-shattering thing. It's just whatever feels yes to you. I'm interested in this. This pleases me, this absorbs me, this satisfies me to be doing this. And he says, at all times, to the best of your ability, do what is your passion, your excitement, without thinking about this activity will make this happen or will yield this result. In other words, you're not doing it to cause something else to happen. You are satisfied and engaged and absorbed and enjoying this activity for itself on its own merit. A real simple way to put it is following your heart. What feels good here? What feels like yes here to me? What feels like this is what I want to do versus, again, this is what I'm expected to do, or this is what I should do. And he does say, to the best of your ability at all times. You know, we all realize that It may be you don't really feel like cooking dinner, but your kids are hungry and they need dinner, when what you really would like to do is curl up on the couch. Sometimes we have to do things in the immediate moment that aren't our first choice, our first heart's desire. Although I would argue that underneath there, it's your first choice and heart's desire that your children be well fed and nourished and taken care of. So by following what is our true soul's essence, what is enjoyable and satisfying and interesting and absorbing to us as individuals, we are fulfilling and realizing what our soul incarnated to do and be and learn. Paul Selig's guides in their attunements, and as I've said before, I've done attunements workshops, and I have 2 or 3 of them posted here on YouTube. I also have them in a collection on my Patreon page, by the way, and they're free to watch. In those attunements, one of the lines is, I know who I am in truth, I know what I am in truth, I know how I serve in truth. And the guides have pointed out that how I serve isn't some prescribed thing that you need to do or have to do to justify your existence. And it's not, this is my career or the job I'm supposed to do. The how I serve is your true authentic being, following what is your authentic golden flow of potentials, your joy, your satisfaction, what interests and absorbs you, and at all times being aligned in that. That is your gift to the world. That is your service to the world. It may or may not be something you do for a living. It may not be something that others consciously even realize you're gifting to the world. If you are a person that's full of love and kindness and compassion and just of a positive nature, you are actually strengthening that in the collective consciousness of the human species. The human species has, as you know, a collective consciousness. It's a morphic field of humanity. And we are rising into a higher version of that collective human consciousness, the morphic field of human consciousness. Well, if you are vibrating in the love and the compassion and the kindness, you're one of the ones that are adding that, strengthening that in the morphic field so that we can rise into the higher version. We all have talents and gifts and abilities and interests that are unique to us. And in each case, there are many ways to express those gifts and talents and abilities, to bring them out onto the world stage where others benefit from them directly, or again, not consciously, but you're still benefiting the collective human consciousness. What's important is your unique soul's essence, your unique gifts, talents, abilities, interests, perspective directly help create our consensus reality. You directly affect the human collective consciousness, and you being you to the nth degree and letting yourself blossom in your true authentic joys and potentials is your job here on the planet. And so I want to use the example of the little drummer boy. And this came to my attention this way a few months ago, but it came up in a spirit talk that we did a couple of months ago on this very topic. In the story of the little drummer boy, which is, as most of you know, it's a Christmas story. It was made into a TV special there quite probably a few decades ago now. But the little drummer boy, at the time that Jesus is born in Bethlehem, the little drummer boy is a poor little orphan. All he has is his little drum and his little sticks and his dog, his buddy, his friend, his companion. And they live on the streets, and he drums, and that's what he does. I can't remember, but I'm assuming sometimes people give him food or money for his drumming. And he hears out on the street that the baby Jesus has been born and that gifts are being brought to this special baby. And he wants to give a gift to this baby. So he goes to Bethlehem and he says to the baby, I don't have anything to give you. I don't have any gift except all I have is my drum. So I will drum for you. I will play for you. And he begins to play his drum for the baby Jesus. And the line is, as you know, and the baby smiled at me. Pa-ra-pa-pum-pum. That always brings tears to my eyes. That little drummer boy had the simplest of gifts. But think about it. All he had to give was himself, who he really truly was, doing what he was really good at, doing what he really enjoyed doing, playing that drum. That's just who and what he was. So that is what he gave to the baby Jesus. And the baby smiled. The baby enjoyed it. It was the gift that the baby needed from him. And so, as Bashar also says, whatever your gift, your talent, your service is, there will be someone who needs it and wants it. So you don't ever have to worry that what you are, what you have to offer the world, being your authentic, true self, flowing in your own joy, is somehow useless and not as important as what anybody else may have. No, exactly who and what you are and what you bring, being the true you, doing you, so to speak, is exactly what is needed by the world. It is your gift to the world. So that's why I wanted to record this now in this season of gift giving. Your gift to the world is you being and doing exactly what is your soul's true, authentic joy, whatever that is. And by the way, don't let the word gift throw you off. Who and what you are may or may not be, like I said, your career, something you get paid for. But if you do get paid for it, that's okay. If someone is a wonderful musician and writes beautiful, inspiring music, I think we're pretty happy to pay some money to go hear them. They're giving what they have to give, and we're giving energy back. If you are gifted as a therapist or a healer, there's nothing wrong with charging for that. You're giving of yourself and your abilities. There is value there, and it is okay for someone to give something of value back. In the case of that little drummer boy, his ability and talent, his gift, is something he can give the world. Why wouldn't he be able to, for instance, give that and bring joy for people's weddings and celebrations and accept payment in return? There's a flow of energy, a giving of value and an accepting of value. There's nothing wrong with that. As a matter of fact, I think one of the features of the human species in its highest form would be everybody doing and being what they truly are, whether it's writing poetry or music or performing services of some sort, or fixing things or figuring out how things work, putting things into beautiful words, writing and expressing things for other people. But everybody just being able to do what they do and be abundantly supported. And by that, I mean having everything they need for their actual needs and for their authentic enjoyment. To bring it back to a fine point, the more we can choose to do what we do because it's what we want to do, what feels like, yes, I want to do this, versus, well, I need to do this to make this happen, or I ought to do this because this is how you do things and this is what I have to do. The more you can move around through your day at every opportunity, every time you can, and act on what feels like, yeah, I want to do this, the more we get into the flow of our soul's authentic true potentials. And just a couple of quick announcements before you go. This is the season of gifting and giving. And so I am currently offering 25% off all of the classes, energetic clearings, and guided meditation workshops that I have listed under the shop tab on my Patreon page, which is patreon.com, Kathy Hazel Adams, Quantum Spirit. The discount code for that is GIFT25, capitals GIFT, GIFT 25. You can go to the shop tab of my Patreon page and have a look at those classes. And I am offering a free month of all membership levels on my Patreon page. So if you're interested in becoming a member of my Patreon community, just go to my Patreon page, join as a free member, and you will receive an email with a gift code to receive a free month's membership. I also want to remind you that I'll be doing my first mid-month meditation on December 21st, solstice, and that'll be a guided meditation. These mid-month meditations will be open to Patreon paid members starting in January 2026. But for this month, December, they're open to everyone to attend for free. Again, all you need to do is go to the Patreon page, join as a free member. You will automatically receive a link to join that solstice guided meditation. So I hope to see you there. Blessings, everybody. Have a most wonderful day.